another Zach Braff film, another amazing movie soundtrack. Seriously, how can one human have such great taste in music? Wish I Was Here, Zach Braff's second film, which came to theaters yesterday, that he both directed, starred in, and wrote with his brother. Now, I'm a really big Zach Braff fan. I love Scrubs, and Garden State is one of my favorite movies, and I even have a poster of it. See? And without Garden State, I wouldn't know and love the Shins as much as I do now, so thank you, Zach Braff. So Wish I Was Here is about Aiden Bloom, a struggling actor, father, and husband who's stuck in a rut, especially after finding out that his father's cancer has come back. This is the movie that Zach Braff did the Kickstarter for, and I didn't even realize that happened because I am a terrible fan. And it's a pretty good movie. It's similar to Garden State in the sense that both films focus on personal life crises, and they both have really great soundtracks. This film is probably more relatable to young families because Zach Braff and Kate Hudson's character are pretty young parents. And in many ways their kids seem to be wiser, giving them advice, or at least their daughter does. It seems to be a theme in some movies, like in 500 Days of Summer, like kids seem to be the more mature ones than adults and are the ones giving the advice. In this movie it's primarily the daughter, but it's not obnoxious or anything. She's really smart and stuff for her age, but she still needs help from her parents. But the parents learn a lot from their kids too, and it's nice seeing that both kids and parents can both teach each other different things, and it's all in a positive way, and it's great. Another interesting part of this film is the religious aspect of it. The character of Zach Braff's father in this movie is Jewish and is the one paying for the kids' education, so he was the one who got to pick the school, and he picked a Jewish private school. So that's a pretty prevalent part of the film, but a nice thing about it, it's not thrown in your face, but it's also not really shown in a negative light either, which is kind of rare. I was surprised to see this aspect of this movie and it for not to be totally trashed. Usually when religion is depicted in films, it's not taken that seriously. But in this film, there's real spiritual conflict going on with Zach Braff's character. And it's nice to see that in this movie because some people go through this kind of conflict in life, this kind of crisis in trying to figure out if there's a higher power, if we should believe in something. And I just found it nice to see this conflict portrayed in not a negative light, you know? Like it was more portrayed as a real and natural thing that a lot of people go through. And again, it's just nice to see someone like Zach Braff going through this kind of thing, because obviously this film comes from a personal place. Now, while I did really like the movie, I did have some issues with it, and mainly with the ending. It just seemed to wrap up too neatly and too quickly compared with the rest of the film. It was a really sweet ending, but after seeing the movie as a whole, and considering it as a whole, it just seemed to be missing something. And I don't know if it has to do with the pacing of the film, and it did seem jumbled at times, and the humor seemed kind of out of place. But again, life isn't neat, and life is jumbled, and it's tough doing a personal film about life and personal struggles because it's not going to come out concise and neat because life is just not like that. Again, I guess the ending of the film just seemed out of place with the rest of the movie and seemed to lose its realism a little bit. And while the humor is out of place sometimes, it is pretty funny as well. It gives you both the tragedy and comedy, which, again, is life. So I'm going to give Wish I Was Here a nice, which is 4 out of 5 stars. What did you guys think? Did you like this movie? And compared to Garden State, which one do you like more? Let me know in the comments. Let's talk about it. Okay guys, that's it for me. Hope you're having a great day, and I will see you soon. Toodles!